We need to relax, guys. We need to totally relax. Take this with a grain of salt. Don't run with it. Don't get excited about it. Don't get crazy about it. Okay? This is obviously just speculation. Xavien Howard is one of the best corners in the league. I consider him a shutdown corner, a legit number one corner. So obviously with NFL analysis, because of the Eagles' needs, Xavien Howard is the perfect spot for Philadelphia. And obviously he is, because it's an open spot waiting right for him. Like other corners as well, we've heard obviously Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson and Darius Slay have been talking a lot. He's been really teasing Eagles fans about coming to the Philadelphia. And Xavien Howard is just one of those players where you have to trade for him. You have to give up compensation. The Eagles are the best team available for him that have the draft compensation, that have the ammo to trade for him. Okay, if they don't want a first-round pick, I'd be really surprised, but I highly doubt it. 28 years old, making $15 million this year. Just remember, guys, he signed a 5-year, $75 million deal in 2019. But news has been coming out from Miami reporters that it's really not about the money, that he feels disrespected. As you see right here, he feels disrespected in Miami. And maybe he just wants to go to another team. Maybe he actually doesn't want more money. Maybe that's just a pitch to get teams to go after him. I don't know if that's even the truth. The truth is, I could believe this about the disrespect and just wanting to maybe he wants to go to a contender. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he just wants a fresh start somewhere else. What I can tell you is this: he definitely is a legit number one. I mean, 18 picks in 2-3 years? I mean, it's crazy. Crazy. The reports did come out that he thought he was worth more than the contract he was getting. $15 million is a good price for him. 6th highest paid corner, like I said before. I just don't think he's meant for the Eagles right now. As realistic as realistic everyone thinks it's going to sound, it's really not. If the Eagles had cap space, the Eagles have $4.5 million in cap space. We haven't even signed Landon Dickerson yet, our 2nd round pick. We're still waiting on a Zach Ertz release or trade to get the $8.5 million in cap space back. And it's just going to get annoying to this point. Steven Nelson has been teasing Eagles fans. He's been talking to Darius Slay for a good month and a half. He's been showing the signs that he's coming here. And surprisingly, Steven Nelson has not been signed yet. Doesn't mean before training camp, if no move is made, we're just going to go with what we have. If you guys remember, during the season a few years back, we traded Jordan Matthews to the Buffalo Bills and got Ronald Darby. Okay, so you could trade for players during training camp. Would I rather than trade for a guy before? Definitely. This is one of the most unrealistic players that will definitely come here, along with Stephon Gilmore. That's to 100%. Okay, it's going to cost draft compensation, and if you're able to carry his contract for $15 million this year, it's a whole different story. At least if they do it, they make the trade to give up a draft pick. I really don't want to spend a draft pick on a corner. Steven Nelson isn't a lockdown corner. He is a solid corner that could be a good role-playing cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, and that's pretty much it. If we were one spot away from contending this year, guys, we're not winning a Super Bowl this year. Hey, I think we could win the division. I think we do a lot more than that. But a Super Bowl, this team is definitely not ready. 2021 season for the Eagles is finding your building block pieces. And obviously, there's going to be more veterans that are going to get traded this year. There's definitely going to be more trades next year for more draft capital. And you have a very heavy defensive draft next year in 2022. Cornerback, pass rush. There are a lot of guys out there. This isn't the year to grab somebody. Eagles fans want to compete every year. I understand that. But the cap will only let you do so much. The cap space will only let you do so much every single year. Sometimes you have to take a loss. Now, I'm not saying the Eagles aren't going to do anything, but it's so quiet right now. I feel like the Eagles are going to do something under our noses, which could be a trade, but it could be Steven Nelson. Ryan Kerrigan, that's the perfect example. Had no idea. Visited the Eagles. There was no reports of absolutely anything. And then he signed here, and we were all surprised. So the stuff that we don't hear are probably the better things, And to be honest with you, as much as I don't like Howie Roseman, his trades have been pretty good. I thought when he trades, he gets good value. Which doesn't put us in a hole. I mean, I don't like him renting guys for 1-year deals like he's done in the past. Like he'll rent a guy in the last year of his contract or trade for a guy that's on the last year of his contract for a low price against the cap. But this is a different story here. I mean, would I love this? Of course. If we were one piece away, would I do this? Of course. And ready to contend? Of course. But this isn't the right place. Okay? If it was up to the Eagles, they probably would do it. If it was up to the Eagles to keep Zach Ertz, they probably would do it. But the cap will only let us go so far at what we should do. And honestly, this is a new regime with Nick Sirianni. So it's a lot going on here. Okay, this video is not to say, oh, he's going to get traded here, guys. Just watch. Something's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. And if it does, I'll be very surprised. But, the Eagles are going to be linked to every cornerback that's going to become a free agent, or you never know what's going to happen because you have Xavien Howard, on a trade. You got Stephon Gilmore on a trade. You got, Gary and Conley. You got Poole. You got Brian Poole. And pretty much you got Steven Nelson. That was literally the only corners you got out there. So, going to be really interesting to see what happens. Usually the stuff you don't hear are the surprising moves that Howie Roseman's going to make under the radar that you never know. So, I'd look out for that. But this is unrealistic. Would I love him? Oh, definitely. But, just think about it. After next year, Darius Slay's on the last year of his contract next year. Okay, and Eagles have to, yet again, find 2 new cornerbacks because I have no trust in Avonte Maddox playing on the outside. I don't even know if I have trouble. I don't even know if I really, if he could play nickel inside. I thought he played better on the back end at safety, but they're not going to do that. They're definitely not going to do that. Okay? But this is going to be something to watch out for and look at. So, other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think. How realistic this is, how it's not. What do you think the move is going to be at cornerback? I have no idea, but it's good to, talk about it and see what happens. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Chicks, put up, follow, so peace out, guys. Peace.